of the time is the list. Right. I play only the replay list in my YouTube Music app. That's the only thing I use most of the time because I am not patient enough to listen to new songs. So I listen to only the old songs which I like 100,000 times. I'm still listening to Levitating. I know it's 2 years old, but still, I still like it. I like that song, right? So right. I don't know why did I got kicked off the meeting.
Hand it over to me, and here I am. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Good morning. I welcome you all to 178th meeting of Toastmasters Amrita Tainuru. Team, dear music, thanks. Let's declare the meeting open. I'd like to read out the club question. We provide supportive and positive learning experience in which members empowered to learn to build their leadership skills and public speaking skills, which resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, I'd like to also acknowledge the person who gave us this stage to be here and to talk our hearts out. That's his Petri, who started this international organization on 22nd of October 1924. Now, this non-profit organization has a membership of 300,000 members in 149 different countries with more than 15,800 clubs. Let's give it up for this man. I have few announcements. The first announcement is our dear treasurer, Supriya, rolled out a form called Toastmasters of the Month form. It helps us to keep track of how many roles we took up outside, and it is encouraged to those people who support outside clubs as well. So if you took up any role outside the club, please go ahead and fill the form. And the second announcement is the small success also meant to be mentioned. By today, we officially completed 1 month of our new executive committee. Let's do it up for the executive committee. Now come to this part. I can see a few guests in the meeting. Yusuf, would you like to introduce yourself to us?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Toastmaster from University of Engineering, and I like to dance, and I do dance. I do listen to music a lot, and I do play guitar. This is my basic introduction. So apart from this introduction, I do have other type of introduction. Basically, I'm a growing guy when I wake up in the morning 10 a.m. Okay, fine. I think I'm going to take your whole time. So,
happy to have you here, Professor. And I don't think we have guests in online. So I'd like to acknowledge the presence of our division director, Toastmaster Madhumitha, Toastmaster Harsha, on behalf of the team. Dear music, thanks. You have been there when we needed some support to just get out of the bed or to take a bath maybe. We use music to fulfill all those needs. Music is being a dearest friend for every one of us. Everyone can relate to that, right? Exactly. I won't take much of our Toastmaster of today's time. Over to you, Toastmaster Maheedhar. morning, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Good morning. The thing you are listening to thanks. Why do you thank someone? You should. What do you know? What? We usually thank people to convey our regards, but to them, because they would have been there in your countries and they would have brought us together. They would have helped us to get over there. We don't really mean thanks when we say to some people, when we don't go that much in them. We just say a simple thanks to them. And we don't really thank them. But there will be situations where you really mean the thank you which you'll be saying. Completely mean it from all your heart. And you know it back, you owe them, and you can't repay them back. That's it, right? Yeah. They would have been there in your mistakes. They would have been there. You really okay, here. You really mean your thank you when you feel that you owe them back a more. That's it, right? They'll be helping you when you need someone when you're depressed or sad, right? They will be helping out you to come out of that phase, even without expecting anything. Usually, in normal cases, it always be a person like your friend or your family member like you. But coming to my case, I had one such thing in my life. It was music. Before going deep into this topic, I believe that music portrays a lot more of the person than an intro. So let us get a peek of our very own general evaluator, Toastmaster Vaishnavi's pledge. That was a rocking intro, right? Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maheedhar, for that actually amazing introduction. So, how do you say? As a general evaluator, it's my role to evaluate the total meeting. And to help me with that, I have a rock band with a bass guitarist, a guitar player, and a drummer. So, before I start my introduction, let me call upon my first bass guitarist, Toastmaster Govind. And to help me with the introduction, like Toastmaster Maheedhar said, music is the best introduction for anyone. So to help me with that, Toastmaster Maheedhar will play his song.
All I know.
Very good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, it's good to see people on Sunday morning attending meetings. Well, that tells me only one thing: you don't have any weekend plans, right? Well, so do I. Well, my name is Govind, and I'll be your timer for today's meeting. So, why do we need a timer in a Toastmasters? Anybody?
To track our time.
Right? Anything else? Thank you. Well, we all know that time is something which is an important resource we can ever get. So managing our time well or not that well will have a huge effect on our life. I'll be noting down the time taken, who speak on this stage and on the virtual screen. So there are three segments that in today's meeting, that is prepared speeches. In that case, for prepared speeches, normal speech 5 to 7 minutes is the time limit. I'll be showing green card at 5, yellow at 6, and red at 7. And for icebreaker speech, I'll be showing green card at 4, yellow at 5, and red at 6. And coming to evaluation, I'll be showing green card at 2 minutes, yellow at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red at 3 minutes. I hope everybody stays in their time limit. And that's it from myself. Over to Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Govind, for a very detailed but crisp introduction. So now let's call upon my guitarist, that is Toastmaster Janani. Over to Toastmaster Maheedhar to play her song for us all.
Over to you, Vaishnavi.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So the purpose of our counter is that I will listen to overused words such as and, well, you know, but, so. We all tend to use words such as in our everyday lives. For example, my name is Janani. So how was your day? So I will take down a note of all the speakers who are repeating certain words such as I, you know, this means, and also listen to filler words or crunch words which are being used such as and and also there are few words which are being overused in a speaker's words. So those all I'll be noting down. At the end of the meeting, I'll be submitting the report of the number of times each speaker is using such words and expressions. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Janani, for that introduction. I guess everyone understood what exactly our counter does. Now, let me call upon the drummer for today. That is Toastmaster Dinesh. Over to Toastmaster Maheedhar to play his song.
It may not seem like that. I am a little devotional. Good morning again, everyone. A grammarian. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage, and I'll take note of any misuse of English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotations, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day and the idiom of the day. The word of the day for the meeting is crescendo, which means a gradual increase in loudness. It can be used as there's a sign of crescendo from audience in the meeting when essay kickstarted the meeting. And the idiom of the day is change your tune. It means change your perspective on something. It can be change your tune on the way you behave in your daily basis. I expect everyone to use the word of the idiom of the day. I'll send it in the chat box as well. And offline users can refer to the whiteboard in which I written the word of the idiom of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
You changed changed my tune on how I see you with that song you played. It's a song that describes you. But yeah. So over to my as of what a G does. A G evaluates the overall meeting, and I've already started my evaluation, and I will look into all the role takers and I'll look into what all the role takers do, and also the speakers and the speech evaluators. So I've already started my evaluation, and hope we have a great meeting ahead. Over to the TMOD Toastmaster Maheedhar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi, and thank you for the wonderful introduction. As you all know, we'll be having 3 segments in every Toastmasters meeting. That is, prepared speeches and tabletop discussion, and then speech evaluation session. But as today we will be having a speech marathon, we will not be having those table topics master session. So to continue with the first segment of our today's meeting, I would like to call upon the first speaker of the day, that is Toastmaster Vinay. Yeah, that was a wonderful introduction, right? Before calling Toastmaster,
good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guest present here. When I first entered this room, I prepared very much and I was so confident that I can deliver it so well. For this meeting, I was supposed to take the role of Grammarian. But there was this guy who forwarded my comments role to me. And I trusted him so much that I did not cross it. So it resulted me to take a speaker role. He is ruthless. I am speechless. I asked him for help. He said he is help. So for the role, I started checking for my speeches. I went to YouTube and I searched the first video which came out. He said few points. Those were, for delivering a good speech, first, take a deep breath, drink some water, install Mozilla Rosewall and Angel Rocking, start training, and then go to one expert, start cleaning, write a speech, and then deliver it. That's what he said. After that, I came out and I was so confused what topic to pick. There was this one friend who suggested me a topic. We'll come to know about it in the last phase. Coming to the main part, I went to 3 of my friends for some suggestions. I went to my first friend, who is a humble friend. I call him a humble friend because during our conversation, he used humble for 70. I went to him and asked for a topic and how to deliver a question. He said, I just keep very humble. Deliver a script. Very humble. Oh, I'm present it. Very humble. And I was like, if you don't stop saying humble, I'll break your head with a thumb. Then I came out of the room, and after listening to his words, thoughts in my head got jumping. I went to my second friend. He was a decent. You know why? He spoke decent to me for nearly 9 to 10. I went to him, I showed him my script. He have seen it, and he asked me that, is it all? I said no. The conclusion was made. And he said, what kind of Toastmaster are you? You should have come to your speech by style. And I was like, okay, what happened now? Just tell me whether the speech was good or not. And then he got a phone call. He went, spoke to the person very decent. And he came hurriedly, went into his room, started opening his laptop and doing something. I have no idea what he's doing. And then I came to know that he was also. He forgot that. I went to him and I said, fucking. Leaving him aside, I went to a third friend, who is a wonderful. I delivered my speech to him and I asked for some kind of suggestion. He said, your speech is wonderful. Your opening was wonderful. Your body was wonderful. And he said, your conclusion was wonderful. He said, oh God. And I said, thank you, Mr. Wonderful, for a wonderful application. By doing all these things, I forgot that I'm having a quiz tomorrow. So the next morning I woke up and I was so confident. You know why? Because I hadn't prepared. If you are prepared, you would get some kind of tension that what questions would arrive, how would I perform? But I was not prepared, I know that. And I came to a conclusion that I would pay. As usual, the teacher gave me the questions that I don't know. And I gave the answers they don't know. Somehow I completed my quiz and I returned. After coming, one of my friends ran towards me and said, bro, do you want to deliver a spicy speech? I said yes. Like he said, the previous speech which I have written was so burst. With a raising tune, he scolded me. Then I thought of changing my tune, like changing my speech. So I went inside. I've seen this lazy giant sleeping there. And then, beside of him, I've seen a Godzilla and a King Kong. These two are fighting very horribly just to pinch their nose. I was like, what are they doing? And then they started from the entrance. They went into the bedroom. And then they came out. When they came out, I've seen them. This Godzilla having a cherry on his nose. And the King Kong is having a grape on his nose. Depending upon the color. You can check it. Toastmasters. You know. After that, I waited for Sunday. I've got my speech prepared. And then I waited for morning 10 o'clock. It's been so wonderful. I came onto the stage and then I woke up. You know why? My preparation was a nightmare. Thank you. Over to you.
That was a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Vinay. You took us to the funny ride all the way. And to introduce our next speaker, that is Toastmaster Vishnu, that will introduce him. Before calling Vishnu onto the stage, let me introduce his speech evaluator. Sorry for the break, and I need to acknowledge the presence of our senior. Yeah. Our ex-area director, Toastmaster Madhumitha. We are really blessed to have you.
Very good morning, everyone. It's been really long. Hi to all those who have joined. Yes, I specifically told Harsha that I will not be taking up any role and I'm coming here. And now I'm here. Anyways, a very good morning to my target speaker as well, Toastmaster Vishnu. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized and a well-researched speech on any topic. I wish you all the best, Toastmaster Vishnu, and let me hand over the stage back.
Toastmaster Vishnu, never let temporary pleasure ruin your life. Never let your temporary pleasures ruin your life, Toastmaster Vishnu.
Am I audible and visible? Thank you, Mr. Mallika. As your guide answered the song. Never let temporary pleasures ruin your life. Before that, I would like to thank my mentor Gopika. Wherever you are, please feel free to be happy because I'm giving speech after 6 months. Yeah. Before I jump into the speech, I would like to ask a question. How many of you have watched movies in the past 10 years? Any one movie in a theater? Almost everyone have watched movies. You might be thinking, is this a question? Everyone will watch movies. Yeah, I know, but still I'm asking. Okay, now, second question. How many of you are inspired or motivated by watching any of those movies? Just for 5 to 10 minutes also, you might be inspired. Anyone? I thought everyone would raise their hands, but no one. Okay. Before that, let me show you a video. I can see many of your hands. If I asked, will you watch any movie? And if you're inspired by that movie, no one got raised their hands. So why don't you change? Let me screen share.
No.
Yeah, I would like to ask someone. You all have watched the movie. Can you all tell me the one common thing that you have observed in the video? Anyone? Yes. This is my topic. This is my today's topic. If you have watched the movie, got inspired from the movie, why don't you get inspired from those tobacco ads that you are seeing in the movie from the past 12 years, the same tobacco ad? But still you are inspired by those heroes who smoke in those movies, who are changing their smoking ways, and you are inspiring from them. You all are thinking smoking is a swag, but it is not swag. It is smoke. It is smoke, nothing but smoke. Keep all your senses and think once before you smoke. They are advertising the same ad from past 12 years. The topic which I'm going to discuss today is tobacco consumption and how it will affect consumers. Tobacco use is depicted in movies, video games, online social media, and on TVs. Showing people who smoke are the real big influencers. It is a right thing. All the movies are not inspirational. All the movies have their own positives and negatives. We should take the positives, not the negatives. It is for you, it is for your safety, it was for your family's safety to quit smoking. So, smoking. Smoking is the most common method of tobacco consumption. And tobacco is the most common substance that is smoked. It is invented for medicinal purposes. It is used to treat wounds, reduce pain as a narcotics, and cure various diseases. It is also used to treat toothaches. It is mainly invented because Europeans believed that tobacco could cure anything. They believed that it could be used to cure any kind of disease, almost everything from bad breath to cancer. but they didn't know that the same tobacco that they invented as a remedy to cancer would become one of the main causes of the cancer in the future. Forget about the smoking and all, the usual smoking. Anyone who starts using smoking will get addicted to nicotine. As per the studies, most people who started the habit of smoking started when we were teenagers. Yes, right. When they are in our age. The younger you are, when you begin to smoke, the more likely you are to become addicted to nicotine. So why do teenagers start smoking? It might be any reason, but when their friends or parents smoke, they're also more likely to start doing so. They will get they will get they'll get to see everyone on their view, and they will think that it is correct thing to smoke. According to the 2014 report, nearly 9 out of 10 adults who start smoking before age 19 and are nearly all started by age 26. They just wanted to say that they just wanted to try it, or they just thought it was cool to smoke. About 3 out of 4 high school students who smoke will become the adults who do the same. This is even if they intend to quit in a few years, they cannot do that. The tobacco industry also spends billions of dollars each year to create smoking and market ads to show that smoking is exciting, glamorous, and safe. It starts promoted at the end of December to prevent everyone quitting from smoking as a New Year's decision. So what makes us addicted to smoking? Well, tobacco mainly consists of nicotine, which it affects badly. When taken it in small amounts, it causes pleasant feelings and distracts the user from unpleasant feelings. This makes the user want to use tobacco more and more. The nicotine in tobacco is highly effective. It makes your brain release a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine, it's a feel-good chemical. It makes you feel happy, helps to concentrate, gives more energy. But the fact is, it doesn't last long. It's a kind of drug. As the nicotine levels enters the body, you fade. Your brain craves for more dopamine. The longer you have been smoking, the more dopamine you need to feel comfortable. You become recommended to nicotine. Even when the people who smoke want to quit smoking, still smoke, even though they knew smoking is bad for them, affecting their lives, their health, and their families in unhealthy ways. But they cannot quit smoking because it is called addiction. They are addicted to smoking. Stopping or cutting back on tobacco causes symptoms of nicotine withdrawal, both physical and as well as mental. Your body is reacting to the absence of nicotine. Mentally, you are faced with giving up a habit, which calls for a major behavior change. Emotionally, you might feel like you have lost your best friend. People who have used tobacco regularly for a few weeks or longer will have withdrawal symptoms if they stop or greatly reduce the amount they use for smoking. It is both dangerous to stop smoking as well as do smoking. If you stop smoking, within 1 or 2 days, you will get dizziness, depression, frustration, impatience, anger, irritations, sleeplessness, and bad dreams during night, and whatnot, everything from your heart rate to weight gain, increased appetites, and even gastric troubles, and even heart attacks too. These symptoms can lead a person to start using tobacco again to boost levels of nicotine and stop symptoms. The nicotine in tobacco, it will enter your body, it will enter into your lungs, it will flow in your blood, in case it will be available in some percentage in your blood and make you an addicted to the drug. Nicotine dependent symptoms. If you are addicted to the tobacco, then you will mainly get cancer, breathing problems, and chronic respiratory diseases, heart disease, heart stroke, blood circulation problems, diabetes, and whatnot, weak immune systems, and even dental problems too. As it is problematic for both smoking and withdrawal for smoking, I encourage everyone not to fall into the trap of smoking. If you think you are already addicted to smoking, forget about the history. You cannot change the past. You cannot change the future. The only thing you have in your hands is today. That's why it's called present. It's a famous quote taken from a movie. So quit smoking from today as a present. Also think that if you smoke one cigarette, 11 minutes of your life, plus the time you gave for smoking, is going to get wasted with a GST of health diseases. Think twice before you smoke. That's it from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu, for that valuable information and wonderful message with a good motivation so that people can stop smoking. Yeah, not me. Yeah, before going to one stage, the first speaker of the day, I would like to introduce them. Yeah, before calling Toastmaster Mallika onto the stage, I would like to introduce speech evaluator that is Toastmaster Ganesh. Yeah, I'd like to introduce him. What do you?
Good morning, everyone. So I will be the speech evaluator for my target speaker, Toastmaster Mallika. The purpose of my speech is for the member to learn or basic insights a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. The timing of the speech is 5 to 6 minutes. Timer, please know. And all the best, Toastmaster Mallika. I'll give my report at the end of the meeting. Over to Toastmaster Mallika.
Toastmaster Mallika, life is all about dreams. Life is all about dreams, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Ganesh and Toastmaster Maheedhara for the introduction. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I hope all you had a nice long holiday with your loved ones or yourself. I'm here to present about the yet undeciphered topic that is about dreams. Dreams. Ever since we were kids, we were always asked about our dreams. What do you dream of becoming when you grow up? Arguably, dreams are not just the ones we see when we sleep at night, but also the ones we see in the broad daylight. Okay, so to make it more interesting, I would like one of you to volunteer and just tell what is your dream. Does anyone like to pick up?
Could you come again? Could you repeat the question?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
Could you repeat the question, Mallika?
I'm just asking, just tell me about what is your dream in life, which you would like to achieve or you have achieved so far.
Be richest person on the earth.
To be richest person. To be richest person on the earth.
To be second richest
For
person.
you.
I heard that.
Anyone else?
To marry a richest girl.
Anyone else?
To sleep for a very, very long time and see dreams.
Realistic.
Okay, I couldn't hear you actually.
To sleep for a lot of time and see dreams.
Oh, nice. So yeah, dreams is different for everyone. It can be same or different, and it differs from person to person. But one thing is certain: everybody has dreams. As we all know, dreams are an integral part of everyone's life because life is meaningless without dreams. Our lives will be like a lost ship in the ocean, sailing with no direction and purpose. I don't think anyone wants to see themselves in such a situation. Without dreams, I would say that life is like chasing an invisible shadow that has no substance or meaning. Even those, if you see the people who have succeeded in their life has to chase up their dreams and set new standards in life, one after the another, in order to reach the pinnacle of success. If you have no dreams and nothing to work on, life will certainly be purposeless and monotonous. We lose interest in life and soon begin to hate it. Now, when I'm talking about the important role that dreams play in our life, it can be difficult to just summarize it in one word. However, a person without a dream resembles a bird without a wing. So it can be said that he cannot fly. There's no purpose in his life, no dream in his life, and he's just living a life without no purpose and that. And we often see people who criticize others as daydreamers. But is it possible to imagine a world in an advanced state where just people dream and do not dare to make it happen? I agree that life undoubtedly has challenges it just presents challenges in pursuing our dreams, but in this situation, one gives up and continues to work towards them despite obstacles. It's not easy, but it's certainly not impossible. When you dream, you have to put it in action, sweat, and blood. Many failures just occur while we are working on our dreams, but these failures do not prevent us from going the way, but outside we can achieve what we want. It should strengthen our belief, and the dreams are just like a constant driving force and just give meaning to our life. Still, I would like to mention that we also need to have a positive outlook on life, and we always ready to stay one step ahead in order to realize our dreams. And it's even true, and most people tell that opportunities do not always knock at our doorstep daily. That's true, and I do agree with it. But we tend to miss some opportunities in life which just come in life because we don't have the courage to do that thing at that point of time, or it's just due to our carelessness and it just costs you a lot. I'll just share the real incident which happened to me some days back. I think it was the Aditya interview which I got selected, and I cleared the GD run, and the last round was HR interview. I had like 2 hours of time. I could have prepared more, and if I had prepared at that time without that carelessness, maybe I would have selected in that and be in that company. But due to that recklessness which I had, it costed me a life, and I didn't get selected. So opportunities do come, and if they come, I would just tell that you should utilize it. And every time you just leave things for tomorrow and say that you will start over from tomorrow, that day will never happen, and that is why you need to start now. I think we should all follow the Japanese people because they just take their own normal work and achieve their goals at any cost. And if you want to learn harmonium, guitar, dance, start learning right away without waiting for tomorrow. No one knows if tomorrow will come. Once you start taking a step, nobody like one day you're sure that it will be a problem. It might be as a problem or a failure. And achieving your dreams will not be a cakewalk for sure because it takes a lot of willpower and patience. You have to make it work for yourself. Just don't feel lesser than if anyone else is disappointed in you for trying to achieve your dreams. Believe in yourself. Everything is possible with proper planning and strategy. One needs to be committed while executing the plan. That's what I'll say. And I believe that a single dream is more powerful than 1,000 realities. And all of us will never give up on our dreams and will continue to work persistently to make our dreams come true. Just all you need is to dare to dream and put it into action. And the most important thing is believe in yourself, which most of us don't do, and just get a step back and leave that thing. So that's all about what I wanted to say today, and thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mallika, for the wonderful speech on this, because people now living on this. And my biggest dream to achieve is to have all my dreams come. With that being said, I would like to call up the speaker for today's meeting, that is Toastmaster Srividya. I just want to.
There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Little battle, that's like it. Little battle was waiting on the other side.
Before calling Toastmaster Srividya, I would like to introduce each evaluator. That is Toastmaster Aditya. I would like to introduce him. Toastmaster Aditya, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Maheedhar, for the introduction. Hopefully, I'm audible and visible. Yeah. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Vidya. Good morning, Toastmaster Vidya, and all the best with your speech. Toastmaster Vidya is going to give her icebreaker, and the purpose of the project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. So I wish Toastmaster Vidya all the best and hand over the stage to the TMOD of the day.
Toastmaster Srividya. Never say never. Never say never, Toastmaster Srividya.
Am I audible and visible? Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Maheedhar. Life can be a scary roller coaster with ups and downs, brief moments of calms and thrills. Sometimes it can be a scary burst of speed. But what's special about this roller coaster is that no two rides will ever be the same. Good morning to one and all. I'm Srividya. Today, I'd like to walk you through the phases of my life. So, I was born in Bangalore, and my initial schooling started in New Jersey. And when I was in first grade, I returned back to India. Ever since, I've been brought up in many parts of the country. I studied in 14 different schools. Yes, I know that's a lot, but I also enjoy being a polyglot. And it would be wrong if I did not mention that I'm also a proud Canadian. It is here where I discovered the patriotic side of myself, and I was proud to be an Indian as I grew amidst the families of soldiers. Now, and also for what the school is known for, the science and social science exhibitions held made us realize the importance of thermocol. Now, I'm sure most of you have an idiom or a phrase that makes you feel like if I were words, I would be this exact same sentence. Well, for me, it's never say never. I know it's contradictory, but let me tell you how this relates or resonates to my life. When I was small, every day coming back from school, I would tell my parents, I'm never going to school again. But here I am at Amrita School of Engineering, even after 14 years. And uh, going back to my school days, I was a very shy and a reserved kid. I would run away from opportunities to speak in public. And however, I was a good writer. So I would participate in story writing or essay writing competitions, but I would run away from elocutions or debate competitions. And I had also made up my mind that I would never take part in any of this. But once I was called upon the stage back in 8th grade to speak about the importance of yoga. My heart rate went from 19 to 100, 90 to 100 beats. I started shivering. I somehow made it up to the stage and I was terrified to look at the crowd. But I started speaking, and once I did just fine. And what happened after that was I went ahead and participated in an extempore competition and I won the first prize. That was the time I got the catch. I had a change of tune. Here, I realized that I had to put myself in such sweaty and nervous situation to grow from them. And
Ever since then, now I'm pretty much capable of doing anything if I put my mind to it, even if I'm scared, like being over here. So, at the end, dear Toastmasters, I would like to say the message that I would like to give is saying never is like chaining yourself up and depriving yourself of something that you might change your mind in the future. And don't burn the bridges and don't say never to doing something or trying something new. As humans, we are ever changing and ever growing species, and we become emotionally invested and we change our perspectives as we the more we experience, the more we learn, and the more we learn, the more we grow. So come on, fellow Toastmasters, change your tunes. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmasters Srividya, for that never say never again. And I want you to never say never again. Because I will never say never again. And I want everyone to keep and note on and coming to the speaker of the day, I would like to introduce Toastmaster Pratap. Before calling Toastmaster Pratap, I would like to introduce Toastmaster Niharika, as she will be leading the speech.
Smart as the sun, as silly as fun, as cool as a tree, as scary as the sea, as hot as fire, cold as ice, sweet as sugar and everything nice, as bold as time.
Toastmaster Niharika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maheedhar, for such creative introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, and special good morning to my target, Toastmaster Pratap. Toastmaster Pratap will be attending his L3P in Path Innovative Planning. The purpose of the project is for the member to practice using story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. All the best, Toastmaster Pratap. Over to you.
My intro song was expected. Well, how many of you have been to Tirupati? How many of you have been to Tirumala by steps? One more question. How many kilometers can you walk in one? All right. Can you believe that I walked 365 kilometers in the span of 10 days? Those 10 days were the best days of my life. And I learned a lot of lessons in those 10 days. Let me give you a background of that 10 days and the 365 kilometers. My father is a big fan and devotee of Dr. Harsha, who have done a Padayatra in the year 2003. He got so inspired from him and he started this tradition out of devotion. So the walk starts from Nagarikal, which is in Palnadu district, to Tirumala, which is in Tirupati. They are 365 kilometers apart. So my dad went on this Padayatra for 13 times now. He's a very stubborn man. My father always wanted to teach my sister and me on how to face struggles, how to survive through rough times, how to enjoy every moment of hard work. So he thought we should take us along with him to this Padayatra.
I was about to complete my 10th examinations and I got to know that my turn has come. I was very excited about this year because I always wondered how my father, like 365 kilometers. So I've done all the shopping, like the shoes, the shorts, and everything. And I went to my village where there were like 30 people who are going to walk along. I was very happy because I'm not going to be alone. We started our journey and it was day 1. We started in the evening around 4:30 and walked for 20 kilometers. Since we started in the evening, we could walk only 20 kilometers and we had our food and slept in a petrol bunk. And the next day, we woke up at 3 in the morning and we started our journey. Since it's in summer, we have to cover most of the distance before sunrise, else we have to face the severe heat of the sun. I started walking and everything was fine until breakfast. We had our breakfast and we started to move. I was wearing shoes and my leg's little finger was pressed against the suggestion finger and a small bump formed. It was very uncomfortable, so I have to remove the shoes and buy slippers which are comfortable. Well, day 2 was not easy. I was going through a lot of pain because of that bump and I can already feel the severity of pain in my legs. I couldn't walk more. I was left behind while everyone was moving forward. I was alone. I thought this is just day 2. I have to walk another 8 days like this. How I am going to do it? I was stuck there. Everything fell apart very quickly. But something came to help. And that's the song. That song is, it's about drive. It's about power. So I plugged in my earphones and I started walking by listening to music. I somehow made it to a rest place. Even though my legs are aching, I was like, done for the day. I can rest now. Let's think about tomorrow later. And I had slept like that without even having food. The next day, we woke up at 4 and we started walking. I got used to pain a little. Even though it was tough, I got used to it. Because I just couldn't say that I can't do it. I was nurtured in such a way since childhood. Because I never in my life I said I can't to my dad. So I had continued. And my attitude was in such a way that if they are doing it, I can do it. Everyone is going. I have to just go along with it. So I did it. And the rough times continued. Day 3, day 4, day 5. Everything was going on. Even though my legs are aching, I am determined. But everything has a threshold. So did I. This happened on day 6. We reached Nellore. That day, we walked for 40 kilometers. And the rest was not enough. 40 kilometers in that severe heat. Because the rest place is a little far, so we have to walk the 40. We have to walk almost 40 kilometers. And we did. That day, the next day, we want to start. I couldn't lift my leg. That night was the toughest night for me, and I couldn't lift my leg even if I wanted. I collapsed. I collapsed. I thought this is it. I've reached my limit and I'm done. Then a stubborn man came and stood in front of me. He took my hand into his arms, pulled me up, and started walking. Even till today, I don't know how it happened, but I walked like for 10 kilometers along with him. Whenever I feel a little, I thought I need a little rest. He was like, Govinda! And I'm like, Govinda! And we walked continuously for 10 kilometers. That was the toughest part of my journey. And here's a little twist which I've been hiding. On April 15th, day 8, I have to pause my journey and leave to my hometown. Because on April 17th, I have my 10th final examination. Mathematics. All my friends were shocked. You got 10 days gap for your preparation, and what you did? Went to work to lottery. That's the kind of trust my father had in me. He believed that I can go through all that suffering and still prepare for my exam. So I did. I prepared for my exam on 16th. I written my exam on 17th. and I came back. That was the last day of my school. While everyone was hugging each other and crying, I was hurrying back to the place where I left. In this 2 days gap, my father and other people went to reach Tirupati. I was around 55 kilometers behind. So I have to walk all day and all night to go to them and go to darshan along with them. And I completed 55 kilometers in the span of 24 hours. I somehow reached Tirupati and I made it. The most struggling yet the best days of my life came to an end. While I was feeling proud of myself, you know what my father is saying? Of course he can do it. There is no question of not doing it. He is my son. That's what he is. We went to darshan. It was very peaceful and devotional. And while coming back, I was thinking about the struggles and all. That was my yatra, a very blissful experience for me, which I might never have again. The first time experience. That's it. Over to Toastmasters for the day. Toastmasters.
And actually, being a Cricket, I wanted to say I hated it a lot, but I have never been on. I can be, but I think it will take. With that being said, and I would like to call upon speaker five, that is Toastmaster Akathya. And before it is. Yeah. Before inviting Toastmaster Akathya on the stage, I would like to introduce Toastmaster. That is Toastmaster Madhumitha, that is speaker by the yeah. Toastmaster Madhumitha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maheedhar. Good afternoon, my dear fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. Today I'll be evaluating Toastmaster Ram's first speech. He's attempting his L1 P1 in his part persuasive influence. Yeah, the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. All the best, Toastmaster Ram. Over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Maheedhar.
Journey of a lifetime, Toastmaster.
Tick. Locked up. The situation intensifies. My dad rushes to his car to grab my mom and go to the hospital. And they go to the delivery ward. They enter the delivery ward. What do you think happens next? No, that's why absolutely wrong. I was not born. I was born 11 hours later, just like how I delayed my speech by 11 months. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my icebreaker speech, and let's begin with my journey of my life. So, back when I was a small, innocent, cute boy, so I had high hopes, dreams, and everything. An extroverted, mature at that point of time. So I was like, come on, why not be independent? So my dad went to grab his keys and bike to drop me in play school. So me, having high inspiration and being very motivated to be independent. I was like, come on, why not be independent? Just started walking, crossing from the playgrounds and other things which are basic. So same thing which happens today. For example, I see a street down my street. Amma, please, dog is there. Come pick me up. I can't handle this. So that's that. So fast tracking, coming to when I was in second grade, 4 years old, I changed me from to now. There's many things you have done. So one of the very key programs I attended that point of time was All for Me, which is speech workshop. So I would say that is the turning point in my life where I can start speaking like this and increase my crescendo. So yeah, because of that, I could start participating in one elocution and all kind of stuff. So that was that. So that was a really interesting phase of my life. So now moving from my childhood and coming to the later stage of my life, or so also like be tired of hearing like, people talk will be talking and talking. So let me explore my other hobbies. So for example, I don't know how many of you know I do art and painting. So there was this one such competition which I participated in. So it was all over India. So out of 30 lakh participants, I luckily came in the top 3,300. So that was this final such happening in Urban Park. So all of us had to go there. So there I go, and the topic was on spot. So I was like, okay, come on, let's do it on spot, something I do it. So the topic was festivals. Me being an over mature, thinking out of the box, a specimen I am. Like, come on. So I drew a Google pot in between, two sugar canes, two elephants, and Diwali crackers in the bottom. So I was like, come on, yeah, I aced it. I was waiting outside. So like, Amma, I did this. Lager gas it for 2 weeks. Okay, now. The topic was festival. Okay. Pongal, Diwali, and Ganesh. Three different festivals. And what have you done? You got a collaboration between festivals. So I was like, okay, let's do a forward, just move on to play. So 2 weeks later, I received this email from Srividya. Congratulations, Ram Akathya. You qualified for the award ceremony. You came in the top 300. You felicitated by the top commissioner. Okay, what? I do the weirdest thing possible on life, and I get an award. And I do like give 100%, do everything. Like I don't get any award. I was like, come on, hear this. That's what I'm going to do. It's like, that's what I start doing. That's what I'm doing till now. So moving on and coming to wrestling, Toastmasters. Life after joining Toastmasters has been really fun, interesting, and exciting, I would say. And yeah, so one thing which I like, really liked about Toastmasters was networking. So networking is something I never did. It was like I used to come on friends, let's go sit over there. You might not know what you sit over there. I'm just chill. So that's what me mostly I used to do. Like those people want to go talk to them. They can't understand sarcasm also. It used to just be like that. Nowadays, but after joining Toastmasters, I knew the value of networking with people. So the recent days I've been attending many events. I prefer attending in person, and I work mostly solo. So there was this event which I attended this week, Friday at Microsoft. So this event, I had to meet completely total random strangers. I was surprised. I started hitting it off with them because of the exposure I got because of Toastmasters and the communication skills. So I really like to thank Toastmasters for that skills they inculcated in me. So yeah, basically, I changed my tune about Toastmasters and networking after getting to know about all these. So I would like to conclude by saying this: Amrita is doing their education for life, and I believe Toastmasters is the journey of a lifetime. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akathya. Sorry, Toastmaster Govind, for that wonderful speech. It was a fabulous speech, and I hope you will never be late in multiple subjects. Yeah. Coming to the speaker six, that is Toastmaster Harsha, our very own area director. Yeah, to introduce him, I would like to say. Before calling upon Toastmaster Harsha on this day, I would like to introduce each of the letter 7, that is Toastmaster Durga. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahi, for that wonderful introduction. It's always good to hear Tete sing. Okay, so good morning, everybody. Actually, good afternoon, everybody. Today, and a special good afternoon to Toastmaster Harsha. He's going to present his L2 P1 in motivational strategies. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his or her primary style. And the purpose of this particular speech is for the member to share the impact of his or her style on others. So all the very best, Toastmaster Harsha. Looking forward to your speech.
Yes, the Toastmaster. Madhu, it is the reminder. What to do, when to conduct meetings. The preparation was a nightmare, I understand. But definitely not your speech. Post is the area post. Start doing finish it off. And you know what? Acha, how is your dad? Fine, yeah, things good. You know, I always thought when I delivered the speech almost a year ago, they said there are 4 types of communication: direct, analytical, initiative, and what's the other one? So these 4 styles, I always thought these are the only styles. But to my surprise, I realized that these are not the only 4. Everyone has their own way of communicating. A very good morning, my dear Toastmasters and Beloveds. Well, to start off with a simple question: is communication limited to talking? Really not. When you're with your best friend and talking with someone who you don't really like, you look and give eye contact. Bro, that's the guy. Let's move. Or when a cute girl looks at you with a cute smile, doesn't mean that. A lot of these things happen, and communication need not be only about talking and actually talking to people and communicating. There was this notorious kid in his LKG who didn't want to go to school. And he always thought school is not the place for him. One time when he went to school, his dad robbed him from the bike. He ran backwards. That guy is so notorious that he always forgot to go to school. But his mom had a plan all the time. She had 3 ways. First is the context. Here the context is the kid is not going to the school. She had a bait set. That was chocolate. That chocolate was the bait for the kid, just like he took the bait. So the kid looked at the chocolate and said, I'll go to school for that chocolate. So that's the outcome. Mom had the plan set. Context, bait, and outcome. That was her communication style. Well, he was in his LKG, so she could easily convince by giving a chocolate, ₹1 chocolate. But later, the kid went on to 6th grade. And 6th grade kid does not learn your kid or an adult to earn your sage man. You know how these people are. They're just very annoying. So this 12-year kid didn't want to go to school. This time, mom thought, I'll get you a super cool pencil box. The kid took the bait. He said, Mom, pencil box and I'll go to school. He got the pencil box in his hand. Probably he went to school with a pencil box. Later, 6th grade is over. How many days is that? 11th and 12th. This time, Dad came into the picture. He said, Dad, 11th velocity, Chaitanya, Narayan, I'm not able to go to college. Morning, 8 to evening, 8, I'm coming back home. I can't do all this. Dad said, I'll get you a cycle instead of going to share art. Definitely, he took the bait again. He went to college. But when you come to BTech, at that point in time, you gave up on life. This is BTech. You have only one pen, no pencil box bait. Sorry, pen without a cap. So you have only one pen. You go to college royally and do everything. But there is this one motivated friend of yours who wants you to come to class. This time, he laid the bill saying, "Chal." First, let's see in the college. Want to come on? I'll go. So at every point in time in your life, this is what I always follow. Context, paid, and outcome. That's how my communication style purely works. To give you a small example of what communication without talking actually, a few months ago, there's a new club which was getting started called Horizon. And when we went there for the first demo meeting, after the meeting was over, we were round table conference setting with the principal and teacher there and all the area directors. So we were sitting there, and even our very own Toastmaster Ashwin Mia was there, sitting right opposite him. He was my mentor in my joint. I'm very close to him. And at some point in time, the teacher was telling that when you take over the club, yes, you should always prepare something. And Toastmaster Ashwin looked at me for a second and just smiled. That moment was defining. I felt so happy with it. So communication is very simple, beautiful. Communication will not be direct, analytical, initiative, supportive. It can be that type. You can tip, but you can always tip on your own. For me, it's always about a kiss. Hey, why are you laughing, Dad? Keep it simple and situation. That's it from my side. Back to Toastmasters. I thought you would have given me the pencil box and the basic short. You have not. I did not tell you knowledge. Coming back to the theme again. Why do I need to thank music? Why do someone thank music? Yeah. Has it given me, has it helped me to clear my areas? Has it helped me to convey my feelings to someone? Yes, kind of advanced, but I'll tell that after the meeting. Has it helped me to achieve something great in my life? No. Has it achieved me to build a successful career? No, right? No. It just helped me it just made me live happily. Just made me live happily like never before. Yeah, as in everyone's life, I too had a so-called sad, whatever. I was feeling like I'm done with this. I couldn't follow it anymore. I thought I can't be normal again. And then my friend, music mentor. Yeah. One day I was so depressed and I was lost in some other mood. I was not knowing what was going on in my life. And then I was just walking in the ATM. So people who doesn't know, we can't mention that. I was just walking through the ATM to have some peaceful day. Yeah, I think we can get it. Just walking and I felt like sitting there for a while and better listen to songs. So I just sat there and I had my earphones on and I put my volume to the extremity and then I played a song. And I just want to show you that. How I felt.
रंग रेजा रंग मेरा तन मेरा सवेरा मेरे तन भर से कचरा अंधेरा तेरी जलती ला सजरा सवेरा मेरे तन भर से कचरा अंधेरा तेरी जलती ला कतरा मिला जो तेरे दर पर से ओ मौला
What are you saying there? Peace. See, yeah. It's more than a peace. It's more than having peace. I can explain you that I'm not even exaggerating. I was literally feeling the same. You have seen, right? I was in a world I've never known, but yet it was so beautiful for me. And I was just traveling out of this universe. I'm not even exaggerating. I was just traveling out of the universe. The only thing I could feel is I was happy. I was happy like never before. Yeah. And since that day, music has been my best friend. And I never look back for help, any help. It has always been there for me. And it has been a happy phase. As you all know, whenever we be happy, that things will not go right. We need an evaluation. For that evaluation, to go on with the evaluation, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Vaishnavi on stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maheedhar. It was the theme, the song. It was a beautiful experience. Now let me start with my, how do you say? Let's start with the evaluations. So let me call upon the first evaluator for today, Toastmaster Vinuthna, over to the stage to evaluate Toastmaster Vinay. Over to you, Toastmaster Vinay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vaishnavi. Hello, fellow actors, and good afternoon once again. Have you ever heard this saying in Hindi? Sabar ka phal meeta hota hai, or have a break, have a kickback?
Yeah.
Vinay, that was your speech. It was like a kickback. So, getting straight to the point of your how your speech went. First thing, outstanding opening. You started with this statement. You can't have a nightmare if something hits your face. That line. It really hit very hard, and from there, the energy has completely been picked up. From there, the rapport didn't go down at any time. And the very second thing is rhythm of rhyming. I'm saying rhythm of rhyming because of its timing. This timing for these jokes was so intact. And so it's very hard for one to implement all these in this very level one speeches itself, but kudos for that, you did a very good job. Moving forward, heart out humor. You know, you were saying the names of your friends with a giant or your humble friend or Roger. You were saying that. That's the point. People started to see all those giants or Rogers who were sitting in they literally hit everyone's point of attention. And moving still further, intact in action. The moment when you just came over here and said, was a deal breaker, that's the point. It was so superb and ultimate. You see, it's very difficult to do that thing, and it's all very tough to implement as well, but to create it sharp point. Last but not the least, wonderful wrap-up. See, your speech started when Maheedhar bro has started your title name, and it drove around and came to the very straight point. That's a wonderful wrap-up, and it's very difficult to get the text in such a way that it's going to be completely blank. So kudos for that. That's very great. And if I have to give you some inputs for the betterment, the to and fro. I know you're a very good dancer, but still, the too much of to and fro can be a bit distracting. So make sure that your to and fro is in your context. And the very second thing is your point of vision. When you roam here and there, you will also lose your point of vision to the audience. Make sure that you will be working on that from next as well. Apart from this, Believe me, your speech was in just a night, but your attempt was there and fair. Thank you. That's it from my side. Over to
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinuthna. Now, I have some points to say about Toastmaster Vinay's speech. First thing, I loved your speech. You had the comic timing was very good and it was amazing. It was so humorous. But one thing for the offline audience to keep in mind is you need to speak a little slowly, because sometimes when you're speaking very fast, when anyone speaks very fast, the online audience is not able to catch up on what you're trying to say. And Vinay, you were a little too fast, and I missed out on a lot of jokes because of that reason. So I think you can work upon being a little slow. And just like Toastmaster Vinuthna said, you were walking around a lot. It was kind of distracting, and because of that, your clarity of the speech was a little down comparatively. Other than that, it was an amazing speech, and I'm actually shocked at how confident and well written the speeches. So kudos to that. And Toastmaster Vinuthna, I really have no inputs. Much to say about how your evaluation went on. Just the same thing. Speak a little slowly and clearly, because this is something I experienced a little today. I couldn't listen to few points what you were trying to say, but other than that, it was amazing, and you complimented his speech and you gave a proper input for him to work upon. So now let me call upon the second speech evaluator for today, Toastmaster Madhumitha, Toastmaster Madhumitha, to give the evaluation for Toastmaster Vishnu's speech. Over to you.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and a very good afternoon once again, especially good afternoon to Vishnu. Starting off, something that I absolutely loved about your speech is the cute but humorous acknowledgement that you gave to your mentor. I think that was the time when he got all our attention for his speech. And the topic that you have actually chosen is sensitive. It's also dense and also a little complex. But the way that you have put it forward using visual aids, a lot of clips from the movie, and a lot of other interactive questions that we had asked, that really eased the tension as we move through the speech that we had to. Coming to the objective. Still coming,
Yeah, it's coming.
Coming to the objective of your speech, yours was to do a research and provide or give an organized speech based on the research that you have done. I think the credibility as the homework that you have done and all the research that you have done was clearly seen in the movie clips. The choices and the concise description that you had given, all the choice of words that you used to actually describe the theme and the statistics that you have used, and also various other words like addiction, frustration, depression, irritation, all those things. It was one amazing use of grammatical materials that could really propel your speech forward. Coming to the speech delivery, this is something that I would really love to comment you on. That is, your speech is an informative speech. Usually, any informative speech is usually somber and slow, and it has a lot of data and statistics. But the speech that you had delivered had good tonal variations. You had rhythm that you could easily get the audience attention with what you were trying to communicate. And I'm sure all of us go to the speech that you were talking about. There is this one small thing that I would love for you to focus on is the time distribution. You have overshot the time, yes, but I would suggest that you would, if you're giving a speech, yours is 5 to 7 minutes. Try wrapping up your speech by 5:30. So by the time it reaches 7 minutes, you will reach the end of your conclusion. So that way you'll be able to provide a complete summary or complete closure to the speech that you're giving. One more thing that I would want you to take up as a challenge is whenever you're taking such sensitive topics like this, maybe you can play around a little bit by changing your tune to your opinion that you're telling. So here you were completely against tobacco. I'm not asking you to promote tobacco, but at the same time, a small hint here and there could really lighten up the situation that you have created. But other than that, amazing visual aid. It's a very sensitive topic, but you put it in a very beautiful way. You have done your research and homework is clearly seen. The speech delivery was amazing. The only thing that I would want you to work on is the time. Thank you so much. That was my time. Let me hand over the stage back to our visitor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhumitha. Now let me get back to Toastmaster Vishnu's speech. The speech was well researched. How do you say, normally when you're going for a research topic, generally, like Toastmaster Madhumitha said, it kind of, how do you say, gets boring. But then you made it, you were fast, you were picking up the speed, and you were on point with what I said. But I'd suggest you to stand up and give your speech. I know it's difficult to find a camera angle which suits you and all, but that's when you feel like you're speaking in a public forum, and how do you say, it helps us read your gestures better, and it how do you say, it's a different experience from sitting and giving your speech. This is something I want to say to people who, like, all the online audience, for you to, I wanted to say this because it is a different experience and it will actually help you out better when you're giving offline speeches or when you're speaking in a public forum better. So, and Toastmaster Madhumitha, I really have no inputs to give you. It was an amazing evaluation. You were on point. You were there's absolutely nothing for me to say. So now let's call upon the next speech evaluator, that is Toastmaster Ganesh, to give to evaluate Toastmaster Mallika. Over to you, Toastmaster Ganesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vaishnavi. And good afternoon, one and all, and a special good afternoon to Toastmaster. Okay. So first off, your topic was really relatable to all of us, as it's a crucial time for all of us to try to achieve our dreams and get place. So in the starting, you interacted with the audience, you asked them what our dream was, and right off the bat, you connected with the audience, and you even related it yourself by giving an example of how you got into the dream but could not get placed in the end. That hit all of us. And overall, your speech was really inspiring and motivational. At least it was for me for exactly 1 minute. And a few improvements that I'd like to give you are when you're giving the speech, when you're forgetting something, you tend to keep looking up. You can try to avoid that by preparing a bit more and keep looking at the audience to give more eye contact. And second, you can slow down your speech because it was kind of fast paced as you're giving all the information about the things, and as you're speaking online, it was hard for us to catch your words. And you can try to stand up and deliver because we're trying to indicate the stage setup. And you can even move back and give some hand gestures so that it won't seem as bland. And another thing that I'd like to give you could have given both sides of the point. You told us how it felt when you could not achieve your dream, but you could also tell us how it feels when you could achieve your dream. A small part of your dream. And the last improvement I'd like to give is the conclusion can be worked on a bit. Instead of saying that's all I have to say for now, you can end it with a beautiful phrase or a beautiful quote, which would give a bigger impact on your speech. Overall, it was a really motivational speech, I would say, and I hope it inspired a lot of people to achieve their dreams, get back on their feet, and work on whatever they want. That's all from my side. You did a wonderful speech, and all the best for your future. Over to Toastmaster Vaishnavi to give the further time.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ganesh. As of Toastmaster Mallika's speech, it was really inspiring, and all of us felt for a fleeting moment, yes, we can achieve our dreams. We can. That's what will drive us to our future. You had really good quotes. what I felt was little lacking in your speech is the voice modulation. When you talk about dreams, you could have talked about how you wanted to dream, what dreams you had, what as a child, or give some examples so that it'll make the speech a little more, how do you say, a little more energetic and a little more child. How do you say, childlike, and that's what I'm trying to say. Other than that, it was a beautiful speech and it hooked us and took us to a place maybe a lot of us, like Toastmaster Harsha said, we gave up on life in engineering, but I think it took us to that place. As of Toastmaster Ganesh, you had a very good, the evaluation was brilliant. And I actually like the fact that you spoke on the content also, where you could, generally people talk about how the speech is, but you even spoke about the content of this, like how you can better the content of the speech. So that actually I've that is very rare and I appreciate you for that. So that's all I have for this. So let me call upon Toastmaster Aditya to evaluate Toastmaster Srividya's speech.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi. So here I am sitting to evaluate my target speaker, Srividya. So her speech was an icebreaker. She had a great title, Never Say Never, and that was really and truly impactful. The title was great, your pace was good, and the timeline you maintained from the childhood and until you show your journey till now was good. And you also made sure that you had a good hand gesture, like etc. And there needs to be some improvement at the end because this is your first speech, but most of the speech was as near as possible to the perfect. A tiny improvement was that you might have had a good voice modulation or a punch for your speech at the start so that you could grab the audience towards you. And it would be better if you just stand up for the speech so that your gestures would be defined much more impulsively, because standing up would make people see your hands much more elaborately, and then the hand gestures would be as good as possible. And at the end, the essence was so great, because never say never, because you don't know how good the part is going to be after you get into it. Yeah, that's the essence of the speech, and you made it clear. That's a great icebreaker, and congratulations on your first speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya. As of Toastmaster Srividya's speech, I was mind blown by your speech. I was actually shocked that this was your first speech and it was amazing. So I how do you say, I request everyone to clap huge round of applause to her for giving such a wonderful icebreaker. It was so as of now, I really don't have anything to say other than what Toastmaster Aditya said, that you can stand up and give your speech, and the same thing I want, like I guess you can slow down, make his speaking a little clearer, because the same, I had the same trouble catching up words. Maybe it was going a little fast paced here and there, but other than that, it was the flow of the speech was beautiful and amazing. And Toastmaster Aditya, it is a wonderful evaluation, but it could have broadened it a little bit more. I felt a little short, and you could have spoken about her content or how she delivered it, so that you could fall into a timeline. Other than that, you spoke about what improvements she needed, and whatever inputs from your side was very clear. So great evaluation from your side. Now let me call upon Toastmaster Niharika to evaluate Toastmaster Pratap's speech.
Once again, good afternoon, everyone. First, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Pratap for successfully completing LCQ. Starting with your title, 100 hours of hell. It's rhythmic and relative. Kudos for that. And you have started your speech with a question, which is a great way of engaging the audience. You were successful in that. And your speech was humorous and your pitch is also fine. And you are so detailed, like 10 hours, 365 kilometers. You're so much detailed with your content and your pace and gestures are also fine. And you're comfortable with your speech. As I have attended your previous speeches, I could see the improvement, the drastic improvement. You didn't stutter and you were so clear with the content. Your delivery is perfectly fine. And the pictures are the best part in your speech. Okay, we could feel the actual situation, visualization of the thing. That's the best part I found in your speech. Kudos for that. And I like the way you uttered Govinda, Govinda. Again, you made us to laugh. And there are some improvements. I can't say that is for your speech, and I could say that is for a speech which needs a story. Like generally, when we narrate a story, it would be so impactful if we tell it from the third person perspective. Like we could describe the person. Therein, like people could visualize. See, if we are telling about ourselves, we couldn't actually describe about ourselves. It won't look that much good. So I suggest that if there's any stories or kind of thing, try to narrate it in a third person perspective. It would be very effective. And then you can also include some suspense in your speech, and then expressions. Like whenever you were expressing about your own and your preparation for the math exam, you could add some more expressions or a dramatic situation which you have faced. Yeah, apart from that, your speech was superb and there's a lot of improvement. Yeah, that's it from my side. Over to general evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Niharika. Now, my input on Toastmaster Pratap's speech. It was a beautiful speech. I could actually feel your pain, and I was visualizing myself walking with you. That was how beautiful it was, and I love the pictures and the whole idea. I've noticed one thing when you speak, you have this one redundant gesture thing you do. You take a step front, then you take a step back. Every time it is the same thing. So I know since you're an experienced speaker, and I think you can, how do you say, try a little more variety, walk around, or you can stay and give more gestures with your hands. Because I know this is a little hard because it is something inbuilt in us. But when there's a pattern, how do you say, around, it kind of distracts a little, like it distracts the viewer audience a little bit. So that is one thing I noticed. But other than that, I found your speech wonderful and very, how do you say, it was like the struggle, but it, like Phoenix rises from its ashes. That same vibe I got from your speech. So thank you, Toastmaster Pratap. And Toastmaster Niharika, it was a brilliant evaluation. I mean, you jotted down all the points, even the content and everything. I really have no input for your speech evaluation. And I think this is a very wonderful take. Your take on his speech was wonderful, and how you talked about his content is also very good. So that's all I have for your speech evaluation. Now let me call upon Toastmaster Madhumitha. Hey, Madhumitha, to how do you say to evaluate Toastmaster Ram.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ram, for delivering your first icebreaker speech. And I think it's a very good start for your pathway journey. So moving on with my evaluation, I felt that the way you started your speech was interesting because it grabbed everyone's attention. And I saw that, I felt that you gave a very crisp glimpse of your childhood memories. You connected with the audience. You had a very good usage of the vocabulary, and you even had humor in your speeches, which I felt was very good. And it was very eloquent. It was very fluent. I didn't even realize that it was an icebreaker speech. It was flawless. You went in a very good flow. The way you switched from your childhood to your high school, the competitions you attended, how you got into it, what was your experience, it was very smooth. And you also told how your experience was in tab, and the hand gestures was in sync with your speech. You knew what you were speaking, and you were very confident. I could feel that. And you had a very good eye contact with the audience. And the most important one was that you ended your speech with a quote, which made your speech very impactful and powerful. And it was amazing way to end your speech with. And as this was your icebreaker speech, kudos to you. And there are some areas of improvement. First, the content. You could have added some more content, which that is some instances from your life where you could have connected with the audience. I think you also used the word of the day, and it was a very energetic speech. Thank you, and over to Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhumitha. So now getting back to Toastmaster Ram's speech, again, I would request everyone to give a huge round of applause for giving his icebreaker. Toastmaster Ram, you were so energetic and so humorous with your speech, and all of us, I could see everyone laughing here. That like it didn't feel like it was your first speech. You were confident and you did a brilliant job in what? How do you say? I don't have much to say about any much improvements to say about it. Only the same thing is that you extremely fast. So there were times when you were cracking jokes, all of you guys are laughing and we had no idea what is going on. So like slow down a bit. How do you say, slow down a bit when you're speaking for your next speech so that it will be clearer for the audience, but your comic time is wonderful. Your hand gestures were on point, and I was actually at awe, and I was shocked that this was your first speech. So you did a brilliant job, Toastmaster Ram. As a Toastmaster Madhumitha's speech evaluation, it was brilliant. Like, how do you say, you gave all the inputs necessary and you spoke about what and all he did very well. And you could have, how do you say, a little more energy is necessary when you're trying to give an evaluation. Even though I know you're giving a positive input, it's very clear, but you need to have that little bit of energy added to that also. Other than that, it was a brilliant evaluation. So coming to the next speech evaluator, Toastmaster Durga, who's going to evaluate Toastmaster Harsha's speech.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Janani and Toastmaster Vaishnavi. I was a little taken aback by Toastmaster Harsha's speech, mostly because it was not what I expected. Whenever you give a L2P1 where you are trying to identify your communication style, this is not what you expect from a speech, typically. So, my evaluation is also not going to be very typical. I'm going to talk about 3 things that really impacted everybody, hopefully, from his speech. A 180-degree turn. Once a storyteller, always a storyteller. And 3, transitions as smooth as chocolate ice cream. First of all, 180-degree turn. Like I said, whenever you give a communication style speech, you don't really go beyond your verbal communication style. Most of us stand and say,
how we have handled certain situations, how we have looked at certain situations because of our communication style, how the same thing has impacted something. But nobody really thinks or goes beyond that words. And it was so beautiful for Toastmaster Harsha to think that communication, actual communication, is way beyond words. And if nothing, we all understand the importance of non-verbal communication from that moon emoji. You've seen that, right? Whenever we want to convey something, and whenever only two people know something that's happening sneaky, we all do this emoji. So, if anything, that is what is featured around it today. Second, once a storyteller, always a storyteller. It was amazingly relatable, and I'm not just speaking about delivery. I'm talking about content as well. It was very relatable content, amazingly funny. The humor was perfectly placed everywhere, and we all followed that kid everywhere he went. And it was very interactive as well. You walked through the audience, you took care of everybody in the meeting. Third part is transition as smooth as chocolate ice cream. Like I said, when the little kid received the chocolate to go to school, when he received the pencil box to go to 6th standard, and when he received a cycle to go to 11th standard, we all were there. We were on that end of the chocolate. We were holding your pencil box, and we also received a cycle. So that is because your transitions were so flawless. But the only point I felt disconnected from the speech, or a little taken aback from the speech, was when the kid went to VTech and that storyline ended. I felt that was the only place when you were trying to come back to your conclusion, when you are starting to come back to your main point that you want to deliver, and that meeting that you attended with Toastmaster Ashwin. It was that point that was so crucial, but at the same time, a little out of place. So when that transition should have happened a little bit more smoothly is what I felt, and that would have nailed your speech today. Regardless, it did nail. I'm saying it would have been so smooth if that one point was also a little bit more, what do I say, as smooth as butter. So that is the only place I felt a little disconnected. Other than that, wonderful speech, wonderful content. Over to Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Durga. Now, as of Toastmaster's Harsha's speech, yes, it was a wonderful speech. I mean, I was like, once when he when you how do you say got off the stage, I was like, what is going on? What is he trying to do? As like it made the like how do you say it hooked the audience into your speech, and a lot of how do you say like Toastmaster Durga said, there was a point after that BTEC thing. You said something. I couldn't hear what you told, and it kind of how do you say what Toastmaster Durga said was on point. That transition was a little off, and the part where like the comic time was very good. Like when you threw the chocolate, when you threw the pen cap, that was unexpected, and everyone was hooked to that. So other than that, I have nothing to say. It was a wonderful, wonderful speech. And now for Toastmaster Durga's speech evaluation, it was flawless. You talked about you talked about 180-degree turn. You divided it into 3 parts, and you personified. Personified those 3 parts. That was mind blowing and brilliant. It's very rare and different when you're talking about like when you're evaluating a speech. No one does that. So kudos to her. And other than that, I have nothing to say. So now let me call upon the grammarian for today, Toastmaster Dinesh, to give his report. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi. Well, coming to the count of the people who used word of the day and idiom of the day, Toastmaster Vaishnavi used the word of the day once. Toastmaster Vinay used idiom of the day once, and Toastmaster Ram, in his icebreaker, he used both word of the day and idiom of the day. Kudos to you. Coming to the suggestions and improper usages, Toastmaster Vinay, you used in a particular sentence humility. I think you are trying to use as an adjective there, and humility is a synonym to down to earth. You can use it as humility. And when you are describing about your exams, you mentioned questions would arrive. You can change the arrive part to appear. And Toastmaster Madhumitha, in your evaluation, you mentioned you described how the speech was for you, and it is Madhumitha. In your evaluation, after that, you started with moving on with my evaluation. So since you're starting with the evaluation, there's no point in using moving on. So coming to my evaluation, you can use like that. And Toastmaster Pratap, as a fifth prepared speaker, you described your wound as a bump. So bump, I think it is used for patch in the car when it hits something. So I don't think that's a proper usage there. So you can change it to wound because it describes disease on your body. And in one sentence you used my father came to help, and can be changed to came into rescue to add more vocabulary to it. And Toastmaster Ram, in your icebreaker, I only have one session. Toastmasters is not only known for networking, there are two other things: leadership and public speaking. Just wanted to point out that. And Toastmaster Vinuthna, when you are describing a quality and you are continuing with that, don't mention it as a thing. Describe it with its name so that it will be more precise. And coming to the good usages, Toastmaster Mallika, your voice is very feeble, but I'm able to hear one. I have one takeaway from the speech. Without dreams, life is very boring. At least that's what I heard. And coming to Toastmaster Srividya's speech, the title itself is the takeaway. Never say never. People never say never. Toastmaster Pratap, the good takeaway that I got is they can do it, I can do it. That is the motive of your speech, and that it's really nice. And another good usage is threshold, which means limit of something. And Harsha, the speech title acronym is very nice. Just keep it simple and situational. That is a good takeaway from what can be your communication style. And good usages, Vaishnavi as a general evaluator, and one of your evaluation describing it, you come back to Phoenix. And good usages personified. And good vocabulary, Toastmaster Durga, in your speech evaluation, you used taken aback, which is took by surprise. So that's it with the Grammarian report. Coming to the word of the day, idiom of the day, even if you are not able to use in the meeting, know the meaning of it. It is going to be useful in one way or the other in your future references. That's it from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. Now, you had a flawless report, and you from starting to ending, you told about everyone, what were good usages, bad usages. But I know this might come off a little, how do you say, a little, maybe not great, I don't know. But in my personal opinion, the Excel sheet was actually a very good idea. It was much clearer and precise. Like you can speak about what good usages and bad usages, but when you're visualizing something, it's more clearer and people actually keep it in mind better, I believe. So this is just my take. It can differ from person to person, and that's one thing I noticed. Other than that, you had a flawless report. You talked about everyone's good usages, bad usages, how you kept track of people who use the idiom and word of the day. So kudos to that. Wonderful report. Now let me call upon the R counter for today, Toastmaster Janani. Over to you, Toastmaster Janani.
Good afternoon to all my fellow Toastmasters once again. Before I give my report, let me share my screen. So is my screen visible?
Yes.
The Excel sheet. Okay, so firstly coming to Vinay. So when I would like to congratulate you that you did not use any filler word, that is but you did use or overuse the word I. So I would like you to work upon that. And then coming to Vishnu. So Vishnu has used the filler word one time and has used the words so quite a lot of times. So I would like to work upon, so I would request you to work upon that. And then coming to Mallika. Mallika, you have used the word quite a lot of time. That is 9 times you have used it. And the filler word is used for one time. But I would like to appreciate you that you did not repeat or overuse any word. Coming to Srividya, as it's your icebreaker, firstly, I would like to congratulate you on that. There was no filler words, but you did repeat the word and quite a lot of time. And then coming to Dinesh, use the word one time, which is pretty fine. Coming to Maheedhar, he used the word filler word 3 times. Vaishnavi filler word 5 times and Dinesh, Maheedhar, Vaishnavi did not repeat or overuse any words. Congratulations on that. Vinuthna used the word once, so that's pretty fine. Ganesh used the word 4 times. So Vinuthna and Ganesh as well did not repeat any words. Aditya, Madhumitha, and Govind used the word 3, 2, and 2 times. So there are 2 Madhumithas. Coming to Madhumitha A, she used the filler word 2 times. So coming to the other Toastmaster members, that is Pratap, Ram, Harsha, Praneeth, Niharika, Durga, and Madhumitha. Kudos to you guys. You guys did not use any filler words nor overuse or repeat any words. So overall, it was a good one. All of you did a fabulous job. Congratulations to all the speakers. That's all from my end. Over to Vaishnavi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Janani. It was a precise and wonderful report. What happens is, I've noticed this in the previous meetings, online meetings, that they average out the number of and they can write the most used words like so, I, and are they overused words. So you could have added that point a little bit, like average out the number of hours per person there. But other than that, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and how do you say, concise and precise report, and everyone could visualize it. So it was people understand where they're going wrong. I have, and your how to say, introduction was wonderful. It was clear, and everyone understood what exactly an counter does. You gave examples, so people understood. Okay, these are the word. This is what a correction. This is what filler word is. So it was a wonderful report. Now let me call upon the timer for today, Toastmaster Govind. Over to you, Toastmaster Govind.
We had a great speech, Madam.
Yes.
So coming to my report, I'll come my improvements in the end. Meeting started at 10:26, which is supposed to be at 10, and it went overboard as well. And we had a technical glitch in between, which causes almost 20 minutes. And coming to prepared speeches, Toastmaster Vinay took 6 minutes 45 seconds in time. Toastmaster Vishnu took 9 minutes 15 seconds, which is not in time. Toastmaster Mallika took 7 minutes perfect time. Toastmaster Srividya took 3 minutes 46 seconds, not in time. Toastmaster Pratap took 7 minutes 49 seconds, not in time. Toastmaster Akathya took 4 minutes 58 seconds in time. Toastmaster Harsha took 5 minutes 43 seconds in time. And coming to speech evaluation section, we have Toastmaster Vinuthna took 2 minutes 45 seconds in time. Toastmaster Madhumitha took
Am I audible now? Where did I stop? Anybody? అది కాదు. Where did I stop? I'll start from prepared speeches. Toastmaster Ram took 4 minutes 58 seconds, which is in time, and Toastmaster Harsha took 5 minutes 43 seconds, which is in time. And coming to speech evaluations, Toastmaster Vinuthna took 2 minutes 45 seconds in time. Toastmaster Madhumitha took 3 minutes in time. Toastmaster Ganesh took 2 minutes 18 seconds in time, and Toastmaster Aditya took 1 minute 40 seconds not in time. Toastmaster Niharika took 2 minutes 25 seconds in time. Toastmaster Madhumitha A took 2 minutes 15 seconds in time, and Toastmaster Durga took 3 minutes 34 seconds not in time. So coming to my improvements, even though we are having great time, we are involved completely in the meeting, we can work upon time, and here we can work upon time management. So why can't we start improving at managing the time starting from here? So from the next meeting, let's make sure there won't be any glitches. We shouldn't miss any time, which will save us almost 20 minutes. So that's it from my side. Over to Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Govind. It was a wonderful, wonderful evaluation and wonderful time report. The same thing what I said to Dinesh, I wanted to say here, because when you say the timing, though you mentioned were they in time, were they not in time, because it can, for the guests to understand that there is a certain time limit we need to follow. And you did talk about how when we started the meeting, how much time we wasted, but because of technical glitches. And I love the fact that you said, hey, how was the speech marathon? So that actually engaged the audience and brought the energy back into, into the crowd. So other than that, I have nothing much to say. I'll now let me start with my report. The essay wonderfully explained the 3 golden rules and talked about how music, how about the theme properly, so that it gives a small brief introduction for the audience about what the theme is about. But I suggest that he has a little more energy. Since it's an essay, you should have like, radio jockey's energy, like good morning. So that will engage the audience better. The PO did a wonderful job. Like he talked about good energy, everything very well explained, all about what Toastmasters is, who's Ralphie Smedley. So it actually gave a good start to the meeting. Toastmaster Maheedhar, you were wonderful. You were wonderful with the theme. Actually, I do request a huge round of applause for the theme. It was very creative and wonderfully done, wonderfully executed. The intros was an amazing idea, and actually I could see people laughing, and the video, when the video was playing, everyone started laughing. I could feel the energy from the audience from your theme, but you were slightly nervous, and in the middle I felt you started mumbling. How do you say, you could speak a little louder so that all of us understand clearly what you're trying to say. So there was points where I couldn't understand what you're trying to convey, because little nervous, but other than that, it's the first time we're taking up TMOD, right? You did an amazing job, and I like it was a very good theme, very creative, and hats off for that. And I think I covered every other role taker other than this in the meeting itself. But one thing, let me get this straight. We had a lot of ups and downs today in the meeting when it came to technical glitches, and we were not able to, how do you say, access the meeting. We are almost more than half an hour late. But what I love about this audience is the energy was high all the time. So kudos to you guys, like a huge round of applause to the audience for being such a wonderful audience, and for being patient enough to sit through this. And the speeches and speech marathon, generally when you're giving 7 speeches, you might how do you say, it gets diluted as okay, another speech, but I couldn't feel that this time. If each and every speech was wonderful, like every speaker hooked us to the speech, and it was wonderful. And so kudos to all the speakers today. Props to you guys. Did a wonderful job and maintained the energy of the crowd and everyone. So other than that, I have nothing to say. I'll post the voting link, but so that's all I have. Over to the TMOD to conclude the meeting.
I'm going to change my tune. Toastmasters use of you were telling something, no? When I was telling asking about music, you told that music healed someone. Yeah, I couldn't acknowledge that at that moment because it might spoil my conclusion. So, yeah, will everyone agree with that? Yeah, music heals everyone, right? So, doesn't it need an sorry? Doesn't it need an appreciation, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just watch this.
My heart is beating adola telusukova adi enali waiting anela tarumutondi madi pedavi pai palakade.
I hear the 60s. Actually, it will be me in my 60s. Yeah. Guys, whatever the phase you are going through, whatever the situation you are in, music just heals you, right? I know that. Won't you? Yes. Yeah. So I think, could you please give it up for music? Dear music, why have you entered my life? Have I asked you to enter my life? No, right? It's not because something you gave me. It's because I owe you a lot, man, and I feel like I miss you in the future. I might miss you because It's been like that. Whenever I get connected to something, I end up losing it. So I don't want it to happen again. So dear music, could you please be with me for this life moment? Yeah. Thank you, music. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Over to you. Thank you, Toastmaster Maheedhar. We have many takeaways from this meeting, don't we?
Yes.
Is there something to feel bad about the meeting?
No, I joined late.
That you have to be feeling bad about. But on a bright side, we had a speech marathon after online. Now we should guess. Am I audible? I don't know why. Whatever we do, we are not going over this phase of am I audible phase. So yeah. Let me ask a question. What is the best thing you can do to make a person feel special?
Make him laugh.
Yeah, those things are all there. It is just being there for them. And you've been a wonderful guest. You didn't leave. Be it Toastmasters, our guest. She's not there. We have a guest, Niharika. She stayed up to the end of the meeting. Let's give it up for her. Let's give it up for Yusuf and Toastmaster Madhumitha. Thanks for being there. Toastmaster Vaishnavi. You're audible. Not audible. Yeah. Toastmaster Vaishnavi, do we have the voting yet?
I've posted it on chat. You can.
Share it in the WhatsApp group also.
Okay.
Share it tab.
Okay.
Well, I would like to take the feedbacks. Yusuf, would you like to give some feedback for us?
Yeah. So it was a great being to Toastmaster Mallika College. Like it was a really it was good. And yeah, I felt sleepy not because of the speeches I did, because I was late. Like I was out whole night, that reason. And yeah, I really like this guy's speech was too good. And yeah, I would like to add for like I hope like even in our college also we want this thing to happen. Like I want this out. Oh yeah. Okay, can you just can you just put up a point for our college and president to make it? The speech evaluation. So like you take up the good points, like you take up the bad side, and you add it and make it done. So there, like we are experts in that sense. So can you just take care of that? Yeah, that's what I'm not sure. I'm not recording. Thank you for this. Thanks. It was a wonderful.
Let's is the closest club we got, both in distance and with the relationship we are building, trying to build. So yeah, we'll support. One more point to note, the best of speech evaluators in the voting ring. The second Madhumitha is our ex-area director man, and the sixth evaluator is Master Man. Past. Yeah, past. So please make a note of that also. and vote. My voting is done. And Toastmaster Madhumitha, would you like to give a feedback for this?
First time in TAP, wonderful meeting. Even though we've had technical glitches, I think technical glitches, we have to live with that. They are bound to happen since we are moving to hybrid. We had rendezvous meeting yesterday, technical glitches were there. We started 30 minutes late. So we don't have to feel bad about technical glitches. Amazing meeting, the energy that each and every member brings into the stage. I am carrying a bag full of learnings, Vinuthna's evaluation, Niharika's evaluation, Madhumitha's evaluation were fabulous. And speeches, right? Amazing speeches we had today. So best meeting. I wouldn't say that I've wasted my half day of half Sunday. I would say I've invested in my group. Again and again. I just think yes.
Thank you, Madhu. And yes, that's the best thing about Toastmasters, right? Even if we have not so very minute technical, not minute, technical glitches, we can take takeaways, we can take all the learnings and put them in the next meeting. It's not like we have very limited meetings, we have like gazillion number of meetings. So yeah, I just hope that everyone voted. I send you the link personally. We have one more guest as well. He's been sitting in the audience. Dinesh, come on. He's sharing my name also. Some feedback on this.
Hello everyone, I'm Dinesh of ECE. First of all, this is the first time I'm being in here. And wonderful speeches, wonderful evaluation. And I don't know how the time was spent. Apart from the technical glitch, all was superb and really a wonderful time. Thank you.
I want to forget about Toastmasters. Would you like to give some feedback for us?
I'm not a guest.
It's been a long time since you have.
Hello everyone, it's really good being back onto this stage. And I remember this was the same stage I gave my first TMOD, and the team for then was first time. And it's been really long since I attended TAB meetings, so I thought I will drop in and see what's happening. And a lot of new faces, yes, a lot of new faces here also, but we will definitely get connected. And today's meeting, as usual, was amazing. Amazing energy, Toastmaster Mahia. Oh my God, the effort that you put, a song for each one. Evaluations, too good. I really wish that I could have attended TAB's meeting when I was an area director, but unfortunately it's 1 month. But almost literally 1 month, because 30, yeah. But yes, it was amazing.
Today is the best meeting. I got to witness Madhumitha's gracious evaluation as well. And I'm sure everyone can relate with me. Our VPPR is doing his best job to create the certificate, so we need 3 more minutes. Meanwhile, anyone want to talk? The floor is open.
I want to add a point.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. So I just forgot to add a point. Yeah, I still remember that I came on the stage on my first. I was not in a meeting, but I was just out of. And I do remember like Madhusudan gave me the first topic in table topic master. I do remember. Oh, yeah. Very simple. And yeah, it was a point where I built my confidence. And after that day, I totally changed. Then I came up into Toastmasters. I had my lunch and came up. And literally, believe me, like things changed a lot. Like I used to be a kind of introvert, one complete extrovert. Forgiving people did. And yeah, now I regret. I regret for expecting that. Will be there. Okay. You will be there. Okay, fine. It was a great session. Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Vaishnavi, do we have the results?
Just sent it to you.
I just take 2 minutes. Okay, let me just announce the results. So, the best of speakers. Okay. Indeed, it's a tough one. It's a speech marathon. Toastmaster Vinay. You don't have the certificates yet, so. Fine for now. The best of speech evaluations. It's our Madhumitha. Congratulations. The best of acting. Have fun. Sure. It's a grammarian himself. Not the least. The best of Big Four. Yep. It's the man who is the life of this speech marathon, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Maheedhar. Congratulations, everyone. With that, I'd like to declare the meeting number 170 teamed. Dear Music Thanks closed.